What time is it?
Valentine's.
Hey, everybody.
We're coming at you talking about Valentine's Day. Now, here's the thing. People from all over the world celebrate Valentine's Day differently. You know, you got people in Japan, which is where I wish I was today, because in Japan, it's the men who get candy from the women. That sounds awesome, man. I'd love to have my woman give me some chocolate. And chocolate, you know, over in Ghana, they make so much chocolate, they decided to make a holiday called Chocolate's Day on Valentine's Day, so people would buy even more chocolate from them. Or over in France, they'd have this this game that they play where they'd have two houses across from each other. It's almost like a love matching a Red Rover, where one of them would call out a name and they'd go be together. But the problem was sometimes the person didn't want to be with the person that had called them, and so they'd shun them and they'd call out somebody else's name, and then they'd get real mad and have a bonfire at the end of the day and throw the pictures and stuff in there, and they'd start cussing and swearing. So France actually abolished and banned that part of the celebration. Or in South Korea, they celebrate Valentine's Day by eating noodles made out of black beans. That's weird. Why? And then in America, we just go crazy spending all kinds of money on everybody. Did you know that they're saying that this year, Americans are going to spend $19.1 billion on Valentino's Day? That is ridiculous, and nobody really knows where Valentine's Day came from. It might be this, that we're Christianizing the pagan festival of Blue Priscilla, or it could come from this guy who's Saint Valentine, the first ever Valentine, wherein Claudius II had told all of his soldiers that they weren't allowed to get married because they didn't fight as good, because they wanted to be with their wife and their kids. So he outlawed it. But old Saint Valentine, he stood up for marriage, and he'd secretly marry these people. So much so that he got put in jail and then fell in love with the jailer's daughter. And then when he's getting executed, he gave her the first ever Valentine. He gave her this love note, and it said, "From your Valentine." And that's why we've been doing it ever since. But we put it on little tiny candies, or we'll shoot people with an angel and a bow and arrow, which doesn't even work. So if you're thinking, I'm going to get this gal to marry me, don't hire a guy to put a diaper on and shoot her with a bow and arrow, because that'll just put you in the hospital and you'll be in jail. So what we want to do today is we want to celebrate however it is you're going to celebrate, whether it's with noodles or chopsticks or giving too much money to somebody. We want to say, from everybody here to everybody there, Happy Valentine's Day.